Extra time.
All right, Henry Nicholls, first day out of the isolation and training, and yeah, a bit of a chilly one. Can you give us an idea what it was like?
Yeah, no, it's good. The boys are pretty stoked to get out of the rooms. It's only been 3 days, I guess, but yeah, certainly enjoyed having a run around today. Even though it's pretty cold and pretty wet, it's been good just so get the boots on and feel like you're here for a bit of cricket.
Yeah, can you give us an idea of how cold and how wet it was out there?
Yeah, it's pretty greasy. It's pretty not quite summer, but it's sometimes you do get those conditions. So yeah, I'd say the boys are just pretty stoked. We're taking any conditions today. I think just I'd say good to have a run around and feel like you actually here for a bit of cricket.
Cool, and obviously your first full England tour, you came over for the World Cup, so I suppose, how much are you looking forward to this one?
Yeah, it's good. So obviously had a good prep coming over beforehand with a couple of good camps back in New Zealand, but it's nice as well here to have the couple of weeks just to really get used to the conditions and before that first England test, and obviously 3 pretty important tests and like I say first tour, so pretty excited to be here.
Yeah, can you give us an idea what the venue at the GS Bowl here is? Pretty impressive, eh?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I think you can see my room's on the far left here, so it's pretty cool to be at the ground. And I think one of the 4 days has started yesterday here, Hampshire against Leicester, so the boys have been watching a bit of that while we've been stuck in our rooms, and yeah, no, it's really good facilities. So, and obviously you have the Test Championship final here as well, so it's good to get a sighter on things. Yeah,
do you find yourself sort of looking out there and going, oh yep, in a few weeks we're going to be playing a World Cup final there?
Yeah, it's a bit funny, isn't it? It's to be at the ground, and but yeah, it's a really great facility, and I guess it's easy for us in terms of training at the same ground we're staying at the hotel. So yeah, the convenience factor is great.
And just looking ahead to the first, well, I suppose you've got a warm-up game on Wednesday. What are you guys looking to get out of that?
Yeah, it's been nice having a good internal game. Obviously we've got a pretty big squad of 20 players, so it'll be a competitive hit out. And I think similar to today, boys will be pretty excited to get into facing a bit of bat and ball, getting into a bit of the battle. So a few trains before that, and then certainly looking to. I think everyone will be looking to not really impress, I guess, but actually have a knock in terms of, certainly for myself, it'd be nice to be batting in the middle and get back into those good routines.
Yeah, for a batsman, what are the keys to coming over here, do you think, for batters?
I think it's just getting used to the conditions, knowing it's a little bit different, but like a lot of things when we play around the world, it's just acknowledging those things and being aware of them, but also just really fine-tuning into what's been successful for us, obviously individually as well as a team. So it's an exciting challenge to come over here and play a side that we've played the last few years in our conditions and had success. So I'm sure they're looking to do the same against us in their own.
And inevitably people will talk about the World Cup. That was the last time the BlackCaps were here, especially that World Cup final. Have you allowed yourself to think back to that?
Yeah, I said it was on the TV the first day we arrived here, so whether that was strategically put on Sky Sports or not, it's one of those things. It was obviously it was a great occasion, not just the final I think itself, but the whole World Cup, and it was a hell of a journey. And there's a few of the guys who were in that team who are here, and a few aren't. So it's obviously not, it's somewhat interesting to be back at the same venue. But and certainly as a group, we're looking forward to the history that comes with Lords. Certainly with the Test side of things, for the first Test to be there and the honours board, everything like that, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and lastly, you're obviously with MCC. You came over there, so you got history with Lords. But how special will that be playing a Test there?
Yeah, it's obviously, like I say, the history around it all, and it's obviously a ground I think any cricketer, any level, is very synonymous with cricket, and certainly Test cricket itself. So certainly looking forward to being there, I guess, and settling in, and hopefully having some success there.
Cool. Just finally, what have you been doing in your isolation before this? What's been getting you through?
Not a hell of a lot. Just watching a bit of Netflix, playing a bit of PlayStation. But we've actually been pretty lucky with the balconies facing out to the ground. A lot of the guys just hang out there. You can talk to each other across the way. So we've certainly been very lucky with the facilities we've had here, and made it 3 days not too bad.
Hit the subscribe option and the bell icon to get all the exclusive sports videos on Extra Time.